Well, the United Kingdom is finally out of the European Union, and now it's just a foreign country facing the European Union. Saw all of this online on I think on a British television channel, Channel 4, and also I watched some of this on France 24 English. Saw the removal of the flag of the United Kingdom from other flags within the, the, the European Union Parliament House. Um, Saw some people removing the flag, and, taking the flag away. Yeah, and also there was some also on Channel 4. A lot of British people, some of them were sad that their country has left the European Union through Brexit, and others others were happy for this. Then I saw one of the politicians from the British Parliament in Westminster, Nigel Farage. He was talking about this. Jeremy Corbyn was talking about this. Yeah. All I gotta say is, well, I guess the people who wanted the UK to leave the EU, well, they have it. I think trade between the United Kingdom and the United States is going to be strong. And I think trade is going to be like Canada in the UK. That's what I heard. Yeah, this was some interesting stuff. Too bad I won't be able to hear about any of this on the local news and on big cable news channels here here in the U.S. We just hear like little snippets of it, in a ticketer on a TV screen while some news for some local stories go on. That's it. Yeah, well, the the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland is finally out of the European Union, and I think Northern Ireland is going through this backstock thing. I think they got something to do with trade. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like the UK is not going to be using euros anymore. I mean, they're going to be using their own currency, the pound sterling and the pound notes, like you know, pound notes like the fiver, the tenner, and the pence and the quid, stuff like that. I'm not familiar with how the British currency works and how it works. I have a British pence in my coin collection. Along with American coins, Canadian coins, and Euro coins, and I got a penny from Barbados. So yeah, I'm not familiar with the currency in the United Kingdom, so yeah, and also the passports, the British passport is going to be blue, so it's going to be like the same color as the passports for both the United States and Canada, and I think their passport is blue as well. So yeah, I'm going back to the UK. You're going back to the UK one day. I'm gonna be going to a country that's no longer part of the EU. I mean, when I went to the UK for the first time, the UK was part of the EU. So when I go back again, to stay somewhere in London and walk around London and get on a train and head to France to visit Paris. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be going to a whole entirely different United Kingdom. So yeah. Also, I heard that the UK landing cards were scrapped. They got rid of them. So I guess that the yeah. Also, yeah, I heard that you had to go through the see the e-gate passport control machines where you walk into them. You got to walk into them. If the check light is on. If you if you go to one with a red X on it, that means that it's in use and someone's in it. If you step into these things, you got to remove sunglasses, hats, eyeglasses. If you're wearing these things, and take your passport, flip it over, and put inside this scanner thing, and put the picture that contains your picture and your information, the page on the passport that contains your picture and the information on your passport. Put it face down. Look directly into this machine. It'll scan your face in the picture and the information, and after that, the check light goes on, and you're done, and you're automatically led into the country. I heard that some people from the UK complained that they went through this, they were denied entry because the machine didn't recognize their face because they aged and their face doesn't match up with the face on their picture. Problems like that will happen, my passport is gonna be updated soon, and I'm gonna have an updated picture. Yeah, also, I saw how this thing works. In the United Kingdom. Also saw this on YouTube videos. One video about this was from the UK, and another video was about this from Spain. The Spain one has the e-gate machines. They're e-gate passport control machines. In Spain, at airports, they were a little different. The passport scanner will pull in the passport and scan it while you look directly into this thing that will scan your face. Then when the process is complete, the machine that sucked up the passport will spit out the passport, and you grab it and you're into the country. So yeah, that's pretty cool and pretty interesting. I think people like my mom and my dad and my sister. Well, I'm gonna say this: my sister and my father. My dad, he thinks he knows everything, but he doesn't know jack squat. And my sister thinks she's a genius because she talks about what the royal family is in the United Kingdom and how they are, and talks about how dirty they are and all this. But I think they don't know nothing about the e-gate machines. It's kind of funny. Remember going to the UK with my parents and my sister. Here, here I'm the clumsy. Here I'm the outcast, disabled person. But in the UK, it's in reverse. I'm normal, and they're idiots. Here, here they're geniuses, and I'm a disabled, angry, fit throwing clown that gets mad over every little thing. Just using an example, but in the United Kingdom, it's in reverse. I mean, I'm a normal person who goes through like simple things, like going through a border checkpoint. showing my passport and my landing card to a British immigration officer, and he's pleased that I put down American on mine's on my UK landing card. I mean, I'm viewed as a normal person who's insane and who's sane and intelligent, and my father, and my sister. Well, my father and my sister are viewed as like impatient, out of control idiots. And also, I noticed in the United Kingdom, people love to queue. They love to stand in line and wait, and they hate people who jump the queue. Here in America, I remember I was at a store. I went to a lot of stores, and this happened to me a lot. I'll be standing in line, and with like some few items in my hand. Someone turns around and tells me to go ahead of them. Go ahead of them. Go ahead of them. And this happened to me a lot. Like, I remember I was in a store with two old women. Two old women told me to go ahead of them. They were putting their hands on my back, pushing me up front. Go ahead or go ahead of me. And it was kind of strange. And I think the British people, I think they're viewed at it as kind of weird and just stupid, crazy. You know, you know. Yeah, and I prefer to wait and be patient. And I saw this from my father when we were at Heathrow in London back in 2017. I went on that cruise to other countries in Northern Europe. My dad was waving at some woman who was talking to everybody who was standing in line. It was a long line, and my dad was waving. He just wanted to like the go ahead and just get everything done and get on the bus and just head to the cruise ship on the bus. And he was impatient and he doesn't like to wait. My dad just like rush, 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 rush all the time. He's an old man. Like he moves really fast. I mean, I remember he drove his truck, nearly hitting my sister. He drove really fast around her, like almost near my sister, almost clipping my sister's car. My sister was in the car. I didn't say anything, and he drives really fast in the rain. He drives like he does about like 81 to almost close about 100 miles per hour, simply because he's a police officer. He can get away with it. And yeah, when we were in the United Kingdom, standing in line, long line, he waved at this woman, this old lady who was talking to people. She was very friendly, and she saw my dad waving, and she said, "Hello, hello." And he went and told my dad that he had to wait. He had to wait in line. And it was a long line. My dad was very impatient. He didn't want to wait. I didn't care. I just sat and waited because I'm very patient. Yeah, it's kind of funny, really. I guess here, yeah, I guess here, I'm the lunatic. I'm a dangerous person. I'm the threat, and I need to check my tone if I'm upset. If I'm upset about something, and good day, I don't want to talk to you, and all this crap. But I think over in the United Kingdom, none of this exists. I'm just like everybody else. You know. You know. I bet if I go to the United Kingdom, I ain't say the UK is perfect. But if I go to the UK, I'm probably strike a conversation with some people. But no, I probably ain't gonna like talk to everybody. You know. Yeah, and this is the result of my dad talking to a police officer at Heathrow, asked him where the buses were. The guy ignored my dad, turned around and walked away. So yeah. Um, and my dad views all countries as bad, and America's great even though it has its problems. This is one of the best countries in the world. And there was a guy by the name of Brian Deeb who knows Winston Wu. I mean, this guy just pops up regularly. This guy just pops up like not all the time in the comment sections of one of my videos, but he dropped a comment on one of my videos titled "I Lost It Happier Abroad," and he told me through the comments that told me that coming from someone who lived overseas, someone who lived in Europe, mostly in France, I could tell for a fact that your father, your dad, is wrong on a lot of stuff. And he's right. My dad is wrong on everything. I'm not like my dad. I'm not going to just hate every country and just love America. I don't think like that. I view countries differently than my dad. I mean, yes, all countries have its problems, but they're not as extreme or very very horrible as problems here in America. So yeah, and I'm gonna throw in Canada, throw that in as well. Um, yeah, yeah, a lot of clueless Americans think that Canada is a great country and the people are friendly. Canadians are friendly. They're nicer than Americans, but that's not true. And some say that, and they also bring up the fact that Canada's not as sociable as the U.S. I mean, yeah, it's sociable, not as sociable as the U.S. Yeah, that's true, but yeah, you got racism, ice cold people. You got wackos that say that there's no spring or there's no spring. It's just winter and summer and fall. Bullshit. Spring does exist in that country. It does. Yeah, it snows through the spring, but it's eventually gonna become spring. The snow is gonna melt away, and spring's gonna come around. So yeah, so yeah. And others like complain about how bad the healthcare in Canada is. I don't get healthcare where I'm from, and you're a spoiled Westerner, and the doctor told me to get out, and you can't pay for something that you stole from you spoiled Westerner. Just people who just don't like the healthcare system. They just complain. They just want to keep every single nickel and dime and penny, and they talk about there's more freedom and better this and better that in the United States. I'm gonna say this. Both the U.S. and Canada aren't great countries. Yeah, Canada has its problems. The U.S. has its problems, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna get into that. Overall, back to the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom um, is finally out of the European Union. I mean, that Brexit thing is finished. I mean, I bet all the British people are just sick and tired of Brexit. I bet if you talk to someone on the streets of London or Birmingham or Manchester, they probably ignore you and probably walk away. Probably won't say anything to you at all. Some will talk to you about it. Like overall, they probably just sick of it. They're just sick and tired of it. And also in the UK, you got Prince Harry and Markle, whatever their names is. They cut ties with the British royal family, and they're living somewhere in Canada, Vancouver Island, and they're living privately. And some of the Canadians don't care about this. Some of them do. Yeah. Hey, what works for those people? I guess they're happy over this. Yeah. Yeah. And also on the UK leaving the EU, French President Emmanuel Macron really didn't care much about it, but I think he was supportive about this. I guess he was. I don't remember, and he like he got a lot of people in this country angry over the retirement pension and the rising of the retirement age from 62 and 64, and raising the gas tax, and getting scared and going on live TV and telling everybody he was going to raise the minimum wage to 1,000 euros. And a lot of people felt that it was pathetic and he didn't do enough. So yeah, just know little bits and pieces about like what's going on in other countries. I don't know. Some foreigners on my channel tells me I don't know what I'm talking about. Just seeing what I'm seeing, and I'm just saying things in my own words. A lot of these people don't care. They just bash me and tell me to like to dig deeper and be shady and know what's going on. And I don't need to do that. And I said some things about England and France a while back on this channel, on this account. Yeah, on the year that I started, 2017. And I left a comment on a foreigner's channel. His name is Igor the Russian. It was a video that was a warning to all foreigners about America. And in the comments, I said that um, England is buried in America and all this. And some foreigner dropped a comment. Someone from Britain. They didn't tell me where they were from. I asked them where they were from, but they refused not to tell me, and they just ground zero on what I was saying and chew me out, and didn't care if I had a learning disability. Didn't care. And told me this, are you dense? Are you living under a rock? England and France are overrun by Muslims. And others told me, oh, you don't know what's going on in other countries. You're not up to date. And they just stayed on in the on one of my on that comment till I said something about North America having European colonies, and this person just shut that account down and disappeared and heard nothing from them ever again. So that person is probably British. So yeah. So I don't think like that anymore. Thanks to viewing media news outlets from other countries, I don't have that ignorant mindset like everybody else here in America. And after all of this, after going overseas, I lost it. My dad took me to see a bunch of shrinks. Saw like 7 shrinks, and one of them were gonna prescribe me to take some pills that would give me side effects that would make me drowsy and fall asleep and wreak havoc on my health. Just because I'm nuts. I'm far gone. I'm crazy. I didn't take those pills, and I threw those pills in the trash can. So, this country is just a joke. This country is so delusional, out of it, clueless, just far gone. These people here in America are far gone, and they are. So since I'm here in America, I'm just going to just keep my worldly thoughts to myself, and just blend in and just say a lot of dumb things and just be as dumb as everybody here in America. Just do that, Maybe I won't be viewed as crazy. But if I start talking like Winston Wu and talk like these foreign people from foreign countries overseas, I'm crazy. I'm nuts. I'm Looney Tunes. But I probably won't be like that if I'm in the United Kingdom, France, and other countries, and not those tyrannical dictatorship countries like Iran, Saudi Arabia, Syrian, and North Korea. Yeah. So yeah. And I said some bad things about Igor the Russian. I really did. was a former sub to his channel, and I bashed him because he wouldn't respond to me. And some people told me some stories about him, saying that he's very suspicious of people. He's shady. He makes fun of his subs, and he thinks everybody, Americans, but him, are morons. And I remember someone told me that he has trust issues. He doesn't trust everybody. And I watched the video, and the guy talked about he was alone, and he's getting old, and he doesn't, and he just feel alone. But overall, he's happy over there. But I'm gonna say this, Igor the Russian, this guy, he needs to like start trusting people. He needs to know that everybody isn't bad, and everybody's not gonna tear him down and destroy him. And, he's got to trust people. He just got to know who's good and who's bad. But he has trust issues and he has problems. And, I tried to talk to the guy. He talked to me a little bit in the comments, tried to talk to him, but he just wouldn't respond back to me. And I just ended up talking to other people. It's kind of sad, and, I don't care, I'll be friends with anybody, regardless of what country they're from, I view people from other countries that are sane and have common sense and are less toxic than people here in America. But I'm not going to say that they're all perfect, Some of them have a dark side. They have skeletons in the closet. Some of them aren't no good. But overall, I don't mind talking to people. I didn't. If I had confidence, I would probably talk to that fat guy in Belgium, or that girl on that cruise ship, or and some people in the UK or France, and not those and I can't talk to those ice cold people in Scandinavia at all. So screw those people. So not gonna say a word to any of those people. So yeah. Yeah, I also heard some stories about the Scandinavians. I mean, they won't talk to you unless what you said to them are meaningful or gives them value. So that's not good. So I don't care about you giving me value when you talk to me. I just want to just see what kind of person you are. This is how I work. I mean, if you're a good person, if you're a decent person, I'll talk to you. But if you're a scumbag, if you give me a hard time, if you put me down and you rip me apart, get away from me, I don't want to have anything to do with you. And people here in America don't have that mindset at all. They're so fake, plastic, and out of it. Yeah, yeah, and I'm not gonna waste my time trying to talk to some woman or women who I went to school with and have their husbands look at me with a dirty look and telling them to get away from me and get away from my wife. Are very uncomfortable if I talk to their wife. If I keep going to their wife, and hanging out with their wife, the guy probably gonna end up beating the crap out of me. I don't know. I mean, if I'm a married man and if I have a wife, I mean, would I do this? I don't know. Like, long as she's not cheating on me, and long as like he's friends with her, that's okay. But if he's hitting on my wife and wanna like get with her, yeah, I have a problem with that, and I do. I have a problem with that. Um, yeah. Um, Speaking of that, I tried to talk to a fat old guy at this store that I used to work at, TJ Maxx in Longview. Said this in a previous video. He was a customer. He was with his wife. I mean, he was a fat white guy with a mustache. He had this serious look on his face. He didn't smile or nothing. So I asked him, "Hey, you want help with anything?" He turned to me with this dark look on his face. Didn't smile. Had a straight face or nothing. So I went and asked him again. I said, "You need help with anything?" He said, "Oh, you need help with anything?" I said something to him. He said, "Thank you." That's what he said. So yeah, you can't talk to people like that in America at all. He just some guy. You just don't want to have anything to do with me. And that's it. That's all he is. And I remember I was joking with this old woman. I was joking with this woman. She was wearing blue jeans, and I was making like a blue jeans joke, like are your jeans are too tight, like I was hoping she answered, yeah, they are tight. I had a hard time putting them on this morning. I was hoping to get that, but she scolded me and viewed me as sexually harassing her. It was just a simple joke. I'll say this to myself. I mean, I wear jeans and they're like too tight on me. Like I'll say like I had a hard time getting them on. Maybe I had to lose some weight if I want to fit into them. Like I didn't have that problem with other women. I talked to this woman who was wearing Tommy Hilfiger jeans. I was talking to her about those Tommy Hilfiger jeans about her, and she was cool about it. And you know, I was telling her about, I was telling her, if you keep wearing, if I wear jeans all the time, the zipper will go bad on them, stuff like that. And one woman told me what kind of jeans she was wearing. I had a problem with her just with some of the women who scold me, like view me as sexual harassment, all this crap. Yeah, I think that was one of the reasons why I got fired. Along with like losing it when my boss was bullying me and telling me to hurry up and the store is open and doing all this corporate garbage. But yeah, yeah, mm, stuff. You know, I ain't gonna say that all people in America are bad. I mean, the good ones are very rare. Are hard to find, and they go in a cycle. There's more like delusional, violent assholes and paranoid people and easily offended people. There's more of these people than the decent, down to earth people with a brain who aren't insane. And, I think I would have this problem like with some of the women who I ran into on the job. And I ran into some pregnant women too. Saw this pregnant woman going in. Her belly was really huge. It was huge. I think she was pregnant with triplets. So when I saw her, I mean, she walked past me and she stopped and she saw me. I saw her, like she saw the look on my face. My eyes were like really like this, like I was like shocked, and she started giggling and laughing. And she told me, "Oh, I'm pregnant with triplets." And we talked, and before she left, I said this, congratulations, and she said thank you, and she walked away. I talked to some pregnant women. They were cool. They were nice. They were easy to talk to. And you got some of the women who shop there, like they were okay, like some of them, not all of them. I think some of them who pretend like they were cool, but they were two faced, and they go behind my back and tell the store manager, you know, the store manager who was a woman who bullied me around, who talked down to me and treated me like dirt. So yeah, so yeah, I'm talking about other things. So yeah, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Anyway, the UK is out of the European Union. They got their wish. I mean, I'll be going to an entirely different country one day. Um, and I hope to talk to some people, make some friends. Not make some friends. Talk to some people. Probably make some friends here and there. Made a friend with someone from the UK on YouTube. Um, and also, I gotta be careful. I mean, got a lot of stabbings and pickpocketing, and you gotta be aware of that. So yeah, that's all I gotta say in this video. Um, this video is pretty long. So yeah, that's all I gotta say in this video. Hope I have a nice, good experience in this brand new United Kingdom. In this brand new United, hope I have a hope I have a brand new hope I have an experience in this brand new United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. And I'm aware that the United Kingdom is made of three nations within one nation. Scotland, England, and Wales, and to a lesser extent, Northern Ireland. And Great Britain is the island that contains Wales, England, and Scotland, and most of the UK. So hope I'm right on this. Okay, I'm gonna be going to a different United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland soon. I'll be going to a brand new UK, and I'm gonna be using their currency instead of euros. But I'll probably be going to France. I probably had to use euros, and you have to exchange my money for British pounds and euros for France, and British pound money for the UK. So yeah, that's all I gotta say in this video. Bye.